Good morning, family. Welcome to today's Lessons for Life. Today's Saturday, October 31st, 2009, and today we're reading 2 Chronicles Chapter 30. And as always, I encourage you to read these chapters through for yourself, see what you get from an email lesson we put on the blog. But we see in this chapter that, remember now, Hezekiah is kind of turning the people heart really back to the Lord and doing things they're supposed to do. And he sends out even for all of Israel to come and celebrate the Passover, which they hadn't done in quite a while. And one thing that stood out to me, and it reminded me of a lesson I learned a little while ago, was how he invited them, and because they hadn't done it in a long time, it wasn't perfectly done like how it should have been. They weren't cleansed and completely free of whatever, but the Lord still honored them. Because they actually, he's just still honored them because they did come to celebrate the Passover, even though they weren't fully cleansed, and then the Levites had to step in and even do some of those things for them because they weren't clean. But what lesson I learned a little while ago was time Bishop was speaking, and this really ties into this pretty well, and it reminded me of that, was sometimes we want to do something, and a lot of times we want to just, we want it to be perfect. We want it to be perfect. And when we realize it's not going to be quite perfect, we have a choice of either, putting it off and waiting, or at least doing it to the level that we can do, or the extent that we can do it at that time. And rather than, not doing it at all, it's better that we at least do something, as opposed to doing nothing at all. And that's what we see here, even with these people here celebrating Passover. Even though it's better that they at least made the effort, they went to celebrate Passover, and the Lord honored them, than them not doing anything and say, well, we're not clean, and we can't do this or whatever. So what we can learn from it is, like I said, when there's something that we want to do, and we know it might not be perfect, we might not have have it all quite there, but there might be a time limit or time constraint that we're working with. It's better to actually make the attempt, or do something, even if it's not perfect, and as opposed to doing nothing at all. So that's something, like I said, I learned a little while ago. You do want to do things perfectly, and you have a kind of nature just to kind of want to make things just right. But if there's a choice of not doing anything at all, or doing it to the best that you can do it right then you should at least do it to the best you could do it right there, and not just put it off because it's not quite perfect. So that's why I said I learned a little while ago, and this chapter kind of just tied right into it, and I wanted to share with you. So with that, create yourself a wonderfully blessed day today, and we'll talk again tomorrow.